Hello students, welcome to Tax Ma'am classes. Today we are going to learn about the concept called TDS. The full form of TDS is tax deducted at source. So it is a win-win situation for both the taxpayer and the government. Why? Because at the time of earning income only the taxpayer is paying the tax, and whereas from government point of view, all the persons who are earning some specified income, from that the persons are paying the tax directly to the government. So let's see what is this TDS, tax deducted at source. Now coming to the introduction part, the concept of TDS was introduced with an aim to collect tax from the source of income directly. So as per this concept, a person who is liable to make any specified nature of income to other person shall deduct the tax and remit the same to the government. Let me explain this point with an example. Let's take A and B are two persons, and A is the employer and B is the employee. So in this case, A have to make some specified payment to his employee. So A, while making the payment itself, A will deduct the tax and will give the net amount to the employee. And after deducting the deducted amount, the tax should be deposited to the government within the specified period. So here Mr. A will be called as a deductor and Mr. B will be called as a deductee. And deductee can claim this credit while filing the return. And if you ask me a question, when should the deductor should deposit this amount to the government, means he must deposit to the government by 7th of the subsequent month. For example, if a deductor is deducting the tax for the month of August, that means he have to deposit the amount within 7th of the September. After depositing the amount, deductor will issue a certificate as evidence of tax paid by their behalf in the form 16 or 16A and 16B or that. Form 16 is for the TDS on salary payment, and Form 16A is for the TDS on non-salary payments, and 16B for the sale of property, and 16C form is for the TDS on rent. Now moving forward to the main important concept in TDS is, we have seen the definition that for particular specified payments TDS will be deducted. So one should be aware of what all the specified payments are there and at what rate the TDS will be deducted. Now coming to the first one, section 192, where the payment is a salary and the limit is exceeding the basic exemption limit according to the slab. If the person is an individual or HUF, have to pay TDS according to the slab rates, and if the person is other persons other than individual or HUF, the TDS is not required. Section 192A talks about where EPF premature withdrawal is there and the limit is exceeding 50,000. And then the TDS for individual and HUF is 10%. If there is no PAN, 30% will be deducted as TDS. Section 193 talks about interest on securities where the limit is exceeding 10,000. For individual or HUF, the TDS is 10%. In the same case, for others also it is 10%. Section 193, it talks about interest on debentures where the limit is exceeding 5,000. The person who is individual or HUF or others, the TDS is 10%. Section 194 talks about dividend other than the listed companies. If person is receiving any income from this, then the TDS is 10%. Section 194B talks about winning from lotteries puzzles. If the limit is exceeding 10,000, and the TDS will be 30% will be deducted for all the persons. Section 194BB talks about winning from horses. If the limit is exceeding 10,000, then the TDS will be deducted 30% for every person. And 194D talks about payment for insurance commission. If the limit is exceeding 15,000, then for individual or HUF the TDS is 5%, whereas for other person 10%. 194DA talks about payment in respect of life insurance policy, the limit exceeding 1 lakh for individual or HUF 1% and other persons also 1%. So these are the few important specified payments and their tax rates according to the TDS. And I think so far you have understood the basic concepts of what is TDS and why it has been introduced and what is the procedure of that. And you have seen few important specified payments. And still we have the topics like what is the tax credit in form number 26AS, and have to file the TDS, and what are the filing forms for TDS. We have 24Q, 27Q, 26QB. So I will be discussing these concepts in the next video. So thank you for watching.